stomach standing still. I like you reading my will. He still stands in spite of what his scars did. And I'll battle till this bitter finale. Just me, my dignity, and this guitar case. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, my man is fighting some unholy war, and I will stand beside you. But who you dying for? Be I would've died to. I'd like to if my man was fighting some unholy war. If my man was fighting.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? I am off work today because there's a huge snowstorm. And I wanted to go a little early because I'm just like hanging out, not really doing anything. And wanted to hang with y'all and listen to some Casey calls. I hope you guys are staying safe if you are in the pathway of this ridiculous storm. Yeah, they immediately closed down my job yesterday. Not immediately. They announced yesterday, like, hey, we're closing early, which is pretty dope. So, yeah, I get to hang out and just, like, enjoy the day. I have a wee bit of a sniffle, so I'm going to probably mute my mic quite a bit so I don't, like, pull a Jorn and just constantly be sniffling. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. We changed to all messages. I hate live. All right. Hello, Mandy and La Senorita. Got Fast Ravioli. Pam Simpson. Honest. Hello, darling. Eel Rearick. Hello. Road Scholars here. Smokey the Cat. Gorilla Spawn. You Hoser. Gunyo. All right. Chit chat, chitty chitty bang bang, chit chat, chitty bang bang. Oh my god, I hate that. Hey, Bexy, hi, darling. Shoot, see, I'm already sniffling. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try and mute myself as best I can. So for today's etymology, I wanted to look up the term star-crossed. Now, I can give the definition as well. So, basically, star-crossed is when, like, two people are not able to be together for some reason, and it kind of, like, it basically is like a ill-fated romance, and I thought that it would be perfect for this particular call, because we know that Lorne is never meant to be with any Casey. Alright, so let's read this out. Star-crossed is an adjective. Oh my god, it was coined by Shakespeare in 1597 specifically for Romeo and Juliet. That's crazy. That's it. That's the etymology. Huh. It's pretty straightforward and simple. One today. So the definition here says adjective, meaning ill-fated by destiny, the fate of a person being written in the stars. Interesting. So yeah, let's listen to the star-crossed love affair of Lorne and Casey 3.0. I also am going to be playing my gameplay from Sims. Yesterday I kind of went a little too nerdy, and I ended up making I'm not showing it here. I had to edit it out, but I made the Carrion royal family from Elden Ring. I've been obsessively playing Elden Ring, and it just felt too nerdy to show. So I'm just gonna play my gameplay after I made the family, and I was like, screw this. And then I noticed 2 of the characters I actually really liked how they looked, and so that is who we're gonna be watching. I'm creating them, and then I will be also playing the video where I decorate their apartment. So if this will play, let's go.
Hi.
Hello?
There you are. I can hear you this time.
Hi, Radical. And yeah, well,
It
welcome.
feels good to hear your voice.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I am sitting on my bed watching TV and eating watermelon.
In my chair.
Eating watermelon for dinner?
Yeah, well, kind of. I was kind of a pig today.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did a lot today, so.
Mm-hmm. What did you eat today?
Today, all day long, what did I eat? I had a bowl of cereal this morning, and a banana, and a glass of orange juice. And for lunch, I think I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I had...
Shut up, Bex.
Roy had, I don't know, some things he bought from the store.
He's totally spitting
burger.
them on the... Yeah, do you think he's spitting those seeds onto his bed? Absolutely.
Thanks.
Could you imagine?
Oh.
I imagine he's never cleaned under his bed. Yo, that place is... That must
Cheeseburger.
be nasty.
Wow.
I usually don't eat them cheeseburgers from the store.
You despise
I
excited.
like my own
You don't?
grilled cheeseburgers. But I had
like
that.
grilling?
I love grilling. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
me too.
Yeah, and I make burgers perfect.
Same vast.
Like
Yeah.
literally.
He makes...
How do you make them?
Oh, God.
I just I used to put Montreal steak seasoning on them, but
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of the Montreal steak seasoning. I'm like, well, I don't have anything to put on them, but I'm gonna see how it tastes with just me making the burger. So I did that. Huh?
You didn't put any seasoning on them?
I started and I didn't that time, but it turned out so good. It was like, oh my god! So I started putting seasoning on them.
Oh, well, that works for you.
Unseasoned, untoasted white bread. I don't know if you guys have ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but I just think of her dad going, dry toast, no honey, no jam, just dry.
It was awesome.
That's Lorne. Unseasoned.
So I kept doing
Wild.
it. And it's
Wow.
nice and juicy and
But that sounds good, Bex.
damn, so good. I actually was gonna make them tonight, but Roy pulled that out. Like, I'm tired. I didn't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
So I just
Just watermelon today.
That's nasty. You're weird.
Just watermelon today. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Do I sound good?
Yeah.
Thank you. You sound good too. Like, I'm from Maine, but I didn't actually have a lobster until like 4 years ago.
Oh my god.
Really?
Ricky's.
Yeah,
You lived in
because
Maine your whole life?
Up, my friend.
Well, besides. Briefly.
Well, yeah, besides, well, I lived in Maine until I was 19, or almost 20. Then I went in the Air Force for 2 years, and I came back to Maine for a year. Then I went out to Washington State for 3.5 years, came back to Maine for another year, went back out to Washington State for another 3.5 years. I
Oh,
went down to
wow.
Oklahoma. Yeah, I went to
He's a
Oklahoma
nomad.
for like 3 months. When I was 18, I moved to California for 3 months.
What were you doing out here?
Actually, my uncle, 2 of my uncles lived out there, and 2 of my brothers lived out there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine him and Callie?
They were installing dry cleaning equipment.
I don't know where
Ah.
he said he was, but
They-
like imagine him in
My
like
first uncle that was out there, he's
On,
been
like,
out there since he
Venice
was
Beach.
19. He's dead now. But
sticking out like a nasty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
thumb.
that.
yeah, that was rough. He had dementia. That was pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
Eel asks, do you think he wrote down some talking points for the call? Oh, definitely. Or like rehearsed it in his head beforehand. Like he's like, okay, how am I gonna impress her? Like, what should I be doing? I can also, like, picture him laying in bed. He's, like, on his stomach. His knees or his legs, like, kicked up in the air. And he's, like, you know, super excited. Just feeling all giddy. Hi, Mr. C and Dan Cubes. Welcome.
But he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning, and my other uncle, he went out there and he made a lot of money out there doing dry cleaning. He's still
Oh shit!
second
I just
uncle's still
realized
alive.
that my title is
But then
wrong.
He still lives out there.
No, he actually moved back here. I don't know, probably must be 15, 20 years ago now. He moved back here, but he's got like 12, 14 rental houses. So he makes a lot. He's got a lot of money.
That's nice.
Yeah. And Roy and Paul, they were out there for, I don't know.
And who are they?
Huh?
Roy and who?
Roy and Paul, my brothers. Both my brothers.
Oh, you have two
Two of my
brothers.
Yeah, well, actually, I have 4 brothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister's the oldest. Her name is Lori.
Hi, Bunny.
Then
Okay.
there's Ralph. And there's Ralph, Roy, Paul, Richard.
Hey, Asbury Brad.
And I'm the
Welcome.
youngest.
Oh, yeah.
So how many siblings do you have?
I just have an older brother.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How much older is he than you?
A couple years.
A couple years.
Do you think they researched that?
So have you lived out in California all your life?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're from the East Coast and you moved out to the West Coast?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's
Happy
wrong
work.
with you?
Shut up, Lorne.
Sunny out here.
I know.
So
but
nice.
There's money out on the East Coast too.
I don't like the weather.
He said sunny.
Well,
Or she said sunny,
yeah,
not
but
money.
how much have you
Oh,
played in the weather though? You
much have I
skiing,
played?
snowmobiling?
All the
Yes,
time.
you're skiing.
you know it
Yeah.
snows in New Jersey, right?
Well, yeah, but not like Maine though.
Oh, yeah.
New Jersey, that's just a little bit of snow in New Jersey. That's not enough to
It's
have
a lot
fun
of snow.
in. Not in New Jersey. It's not enough to have fun in. You can't go snowmobiling in New Jersey. You end up
You can go skiing, snowboarding.
you end up snowmudding, snowmobile
Snowbudding.
or mudding mobile.
Yeah.
Snowbudding? What?
I mean, I'm from there. I think I know better than you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Ugh, I hate that shit. Ugh. That hot breath. Ugh.
You can't do that in California though, unless you go to the mountains.
Why
Great.
is he?
I don't want to.
You want to come back to Maine and do it in Maine?
He is
Mm,
immediately trying to get her there. Immediately. That is insane. Like, why?
I don't know.
Why?
I didn't.
To trap her in your fucking dumpster of a shack? That's so weird. She doesn't know you, dude. And he's immediately thinking like, oh, this is it. This is the one. Like, we've already had our meet cute, which is funny because the meet cute was a fucking sting you got busted in. He's like, we already have a connection. I met her in person. Disgusting.
I really think you'd love Maine.
Why's
It's
that?
so pretty here. Because it's so pretty here, and it's just like the weather is year round. You hit all.
Hello?
What?
And the people are so different than they are.
Sorry, you cut out. I can't hear you.
Hold on a second. Let me
Okay.
He's about to say the people are
put
different.
my
And
phone
thinking
by the
about
window so
how
that
he
way-
ends this call talking
Signal.
about brown people,
little rugged here.
he's just trying to say that people are hardy white stock.
Well, we have signal out here.
You got signal out there?
Yeah, California's better.
In California's winter.
Better.
Weather.
Oh my god.
Better. B-E-E-E-E-R. Better.
There you go. I was trying to figure out which word you were saying, weather or better.
Not that funny.
Maine better.
He is.
I've been to California.
No.
I did like California, but I didn't like it. Didn't like it as much. We lived. See, my uncles lived in Fullerton, in Anaheim.
DJK1, what up?
Oh,
lived in
okay.
Fullerton.
You're Anaheim.
Yeah. I actually, where I lived was actually right
He
in
lived
Anaheim.
in
actually,
Anaheim?
next to Fullerton.
No way.
Oh, okay. How long did you live out here?
I lived there for 3 months.
Oh my god, that sounds insane.
But then when I was in Washington State,
Wait,
the
he lived
second
there
time,
longer than he did
I wound
in
up
Nashville. That's kind of funny.
getting my CDL, and I would go for Snyder. So I
Ma'am,
did the
yes,
11
ma'am.
Western
Hello,
State.
hello.
And so I would
Oh,
always
okay.
go down I-5 right down through California.
I
Oh,
hope
alright.
you and
Constantly,
Thelma
just
are doing all right
Constantly go
today.
down I-5. Yeah, I loved that for 3 months. I loved that. There was all different things that I'd see, but the
Yeah.
next 3 months was just really boring. So
As much as I dislike Happy Lorne, I do find like this version of Lorne to be like very like I find it really funny. Sometimes when he's, I guess, this type of like Happy Lorne I don't mind as much because he just sounds like a goofy dumbass. But when somebody's like validating him and he's happy, I don't like that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm definitely not an over-the-road truck driver.
Oh, yeah. I'd never be able to do that.
Yeah, no, I got very lonely very quickly.
You
I bet.
So I found other different jobs, driving truck for a septic system or a septic business out there that I actually wound up becoming best friends with them and with the owners of it. And yeah, that was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had.
Well, sending Thelma good vibes and
Why'd
hugs.
you
Same
go
to
back
you,
to Maine
ma'am, yes,
then?
ma'am. Or Thelma.
Huh?
Thelma. My
Why'd
bad.
you go back?
Sorry.
Why'd you leave that job? You went back to Maine?
Yeah,
He got run out of town.
I
That's what he did.
think I was just ready to come back. Well, there was a couple different reasons. One was I was ready to come back.
I imagine he just gets run out of every town that he's in. Like, he does something super fucked up, and then people are, like, even more uncomfortable being around him or, like, just loathe him openly, and he has to leave.
And the other was that even though they were my best friends and they owned the company that I was working for, it's like they became a Fortune 500 company. So these Fortune 500 people came in.
They have no interest
and
in
showed
him.
them a different way to run the company so they'd make more money. Well, them making more money decreased the amount of money that I was making by a significant amount.
Made
They-
our bank account look like shit.
Explain that again. They made more money, so you made what? Less money?
Yeah, the more money that they made
Hey, George Ferguson,
was
what's
because
up?
it was coming out of my check.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Well, see,
More Comrade Lorne behavior.
I would make commission off things that I would sell. I'd make hourly plus commission. So I'd make more off commission than I would off my hourly pay. And it's like I'd sell something for $50 or for $198, I think it was, and I'd make $50 commission off of that. But then when the Fortune 500 people came in, they told them there's no reason for you to give $50 worth of commission to your employees when they'd be satisfied with $15 off,
Oh my god.
of commission. And they said if your employees now don't like it, then they'll quit or they'll deal with it. But you'll get other employees to come in, and they'll like being able to get the $15 commission. So it's just a matter of time. Before all their original employees quit. So they got all new employees in there. They made more money, but then they wound up getting divorced.
Divorced?
She bought the company from him, and
the owner.
It was a mess. And they had twins at the time. They were getting a divorce.
Oh, you know,
But,
you know, Lorne loved that tea. His fucking pardon me, his Lifetime movie Love and Ass was like, oh my gosh, we get to watch something crazy in real time. He's gossiping with everybody. He's telling family they don't give a flying rat's ass. And he's just like, oh my god, they got divorced. They're getting divorced. She's taking the company.
Yeah, that
Hey, J-Rob.
was a trip.
And Sprinkle Cake, hello.
What do you do for work now?
Hello, John.
Right,
And
right
Misa.
now,
Welcome,
I
guys.
actually drive trucking. I'm actually the job that I told you about is I actually should be starting on Saturday. The guy said.
Hello, my friend. Okay. You guys are immature. Wait, hold on. Let me pull this up. You guys are toxic, immature. I gotta look this up now. Kiwi. There we go. Fuck this. You guys are extremely immature. I thought for once I finally found a community in TCAP that isn't full of toxic, aggressive chuds and shitheads, but I was dead wrong. Go back to Temple of TCAP and join their 4chan Kiwi farm antics. That is such a good copy pasta. There was this guy in the Discord who was like running his mouth, and Poop Frog replied, okay, period. And then this guy just got really mad and sent this stupid ranty message. Yeah, he was a little bitch. He was also super mean to me and like other people. And so I told Cybersqueak, because he was in Cybersqueak's Discord, and I was like, yo, this guy's like making other people feel uncomfortable. He's like saying some creepy shit to me. He's saying some weird racist stuff in my DMs. And then Cybersqueak kicked him, and the guy sent me this super bitchy long message about how I was a backstabbing bitch. It was weird as fuck, but we got that copy pasta from him, so that was cool. It's hilarious. There you go again with the okay, more grandpa put downs.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a real tough job.
His name was Stove
Drive-
Sprinkle Cake. He deleted his Reddit and Discord account. I don't know where he is now or what his username is now.
Never do
Yeah,
that.
up and down.
Yes, DJ Pain 1. It was somebody other than Fox Stuff. Yo, that dude was nasty too.
95.
It's fucking.
That's pretty much all I'll be doing is dropping in
showing
hooking
up.
trailers,
causing
FedEx
trouble.
trailers.
Mhm. Oh, okay. You're not dropping off
33
packages?
No, just the tractor trailers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be dropping the trailers off in the yard, and then I'll be hooking onto another trailer and taking that to another spot and dropping that off.
God.
And that's all I'll be doing. And they get all the benefits too.
Wow.
Yeah, medical and dental, health and vision, 401k, you get everything
Sure.
with them.
Everything you need.
Yes.
Lord knows he needs his teeth fixed.
Now I just need you to move out here.
Why?
What part of Maine do you live in?
Why? You just are talking to her. Why does she need to be with you already? So creepy.
Like near the coast?
No. Okay.
Also, does he really
What?
think that his glamorous life in his landfill is going to be any better than her living on what do they call it? The Best Coast, I think? Gold Coast? Whatever the heck that's called. Like, are you kidding me? Hey, Marks, what's up? And Chupa Grandson and Sloth Cat. Hello, sir. Your stream the other day was absolutely hilarious. I was dying. Hi, Michael Mendoza.
I mean, what'd you win when you were here?
Resort in Paradise.
was
Yeah.
in Portland.
You were down way down there in the Maine.
Oh, is that
I'm-
far?
I'm almost in the dead center of Maine.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the map and you see a town named Skowhegan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually right next to that town.
Scout.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's called Cornville.
Ornville. What
Dude,
they
it
do in
literally sounded
Cornville?
like you said Pornville right there.
There ain't a damn thing doing Cornville, but there's all kinds of things
Not gonna do porn
all
on
around
camera.
Cornville. See, you're a nature girl, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. there is nothing better than waking up in the morning, going out and seeing trees. Trees and
Not
grass.
trees.
Well, yeah, but you got trees, but you also got buildings.
Oh my
Galore.
god. Ain't nothing better than seeing trees and grass. That should be like the tagline for like Visit Maine. Beautiful Maine. See some trees and grass. Like, what the fuck?
You don't got buildings.
I don't have buildings. Yeah, I got buildings. I got a couple sheds outside.
Oh no.
I look outside. Like
Sweetie,
right now,
those are not buildings. Those are like poorly created, barely held up structures. Like
a tree. Actually, when I what was it like?
Super Grand said,
like
"Don't
a year
tell
after I got out, and
yeah, unavailable.
that tree is. I mean, it was probably like 2 feet high, and right now that tree is probably about 15 feet high, and I've got it outside my walk-in closet window. And I can see it.
Walk-in closet.
And it's just nice. It's so pretty, and I just get grass behind that.
He's got to
more
plug
trees.
that closet.
And
So that's all there is, huh? Just trees.
and across the road is more trees. It's just nature.
Oh my
It's so nice.
God. Wow,
it's
trees.
You're
quiet.
not doing a very good job on selling me on Cornville.
Okay, well, I don't really want to live in Cornville all my life anyway.
What?
I actually would like to have a house on a lake.
But will
That's
there
what
be
I-
trees there? That's the question.
It's so pretty.
Can you
Yeah.
find a lake that
And
has
that's
trees? I think that's kind of
What
that's
I plan
pretty
on getting,
rare.
like
Yeah.
maybe in the next year or two.
Just kidding. Oh wow, that sounds
Dude,
pretty
what?
honest.
The realtor told me that it's not going to increase the value of the property.
I love
So
mountains.
it's like I thought about just after doing
I haven't
everything
really
I've done.
been
I thought about just
around like or on a lot of mountains, but whenever I see them, I'm like, oh my god, I want to go to there. I went skiing in Colorado, and the ski lift went right to the top of this mountain. I mean, like it was just stone and snow. I was so scared. We went down it. It was fun. It was really thrilling, let's say. I got pretty scared at one point because I'm not the strongest skier, and most of the people in my family are. So they're all just like zoom in and having a great time, and I'm just like, wow, this is beautiful. I'm gonna die.
tearing it apart, building a house. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to live in Cornville, so I'll just
Right.
finish the trailer and I'll build a house somewhere else. And either rent this property here out or sell it or something.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I
like you
don't
got it
want
all figured out.
to. Yeah, because I don't want to live here. I mean, the biggest reason I'm living here right now really is because of Mom. She's in Skowhegan, and it's only like
J-Rob.
7 miles away from her. So,
Gotcha.
so we'll figure it out though. But there are places that you would love to live,
Like where?
like down by Round Pond where my brother lives. That's nice down there. That's close to the coast.
Oh my god.
I do like the ocean. I love surfing.
I mean, cold surfing in Maine though. Well, I guess the
No.
ocean's cold anyway.
No.
Either way.
Cold surfing? They really should put Lorne in charge of like
Hell, I'd like to live down by the coast too.
travel ads for me.
Yeah.
And-
Get
He's
away from the
FedEx.
trees.
Yeah, well, no, I like get away from the trees. We'll still have trees. Just won't be as many.
Oh my god.
So you said you go skiing a lot.
I used to go like a long time ago, and I haven't been in years. Last time I went, I was in the Air Force. We had a ski mountain right on the base,
You had a ski
and
mount?
that was the last time that I went.
There's an Air Force base there in Maine?
No, I was stationed in Alaska.
Holy
Oh.
crap, I'd love to see Lorne ski.
I was up with his real winter weather.
Right, yeah. That's just
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I
So
was
where do you
stationed up
ski
there.
then in Maine? Where do you go?
Oh, let me see. There's Squaw Mountain. I gotta remember all the mountains. Mount Katahdin has some. Mount Katahdin's
Well,
actually the highest mountain in Maine.
well, the last time you skied in Maine, what mountain did you like going to?
Hey, Cookie Whoopie Pie.
That
What's going
was. Trying to
Hey,
remember the name
Boo.
of it.
Hi.
Shit.
Yes, hey, Boo.
It's in Carrabassett. The name of the town is Carrabassett.
Okay.
Damn. I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember the name of that.
Dr.
It
Cassandra,
begins with an
hi.
S. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
and find out. The three kids that I used to babysit when I was a teenager and
Nope.
their mother, we used to go there all the time.
Nope.
Go skiing, and she's the one that taught me how to ski.
And I think this is also the woman that he claims he lost his virginity to as well.
And she kept
Oh,
looking
really?
behind her. Yeah, she kept looking behind her, and she ran right into a bunch of trees,
Oh,
small
goodness.
trees. Yeah,
Small
thank God they were
trees.
small trees, but
Shrubs?
all I could think was, holy crap, she's teaching me how to ski. Yeah, so that was too funny when that happened.
I can imagine.
Mhm.
Not only I could see him like being a horrible skier, I would pay good money to see him yard sale. I would pay good money to see him yard sale. Like, actually, wait, that would make sense. Yard sale. So, yard sale in like with regards to skiing means that you basically lose all of your like you fall so hard you just kind of lose all of your equipment. Like everything flies off. It's pretty funny. And also knowing Lorne, like he would love that. He would love to yard sale. He wouldn't understand it. and
God,
would
I love that.
really enjoy it.
I love skiing down there. But see, the skiing there, that's not far from here. In the Squaw Mountain, there's Eden Mountain, which is really close to here.
Again.
Mhm.
There's Mount Katahdin. There's a lot of mountains around here actually that have ski slopes on them. I can't list off all the names of them because I haven't been to all of them.
Oh my god.
But there's a lot of mountains here, and there's a lot of lakes too.
Mhm.
He is
But the
describing
further north you go,
just
there's less population.
the environment of the planet. Like this motherfucker.
So
I
it's
think
like
he did
Oh,
say
yeah.
squaw.
further south, they get more population. So if you moved back here to Maine, we can move down by the coast.
No. We
I'd have a good job, and you started a dancing school.
Oh,
oh,
we can.
Yeah.
this is so creepy.
You don't want to leave me out of it, do you? See, I got it all figured out.
Why? Why on earth would the woman who was a very, very young woman when you met her and she was pretending to be the child that you were attempting to grape and kidnap want to do anything with you, let alone move in with you? Jesus.
You started dancing school.
His ability to just live in these delusions and also like firmly believe that any of it is a possibility is kind of remarkable, honestly. Like that's the only thing he's good at is just creating these insane possibilities for his life.
Make all kinds of money down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A lot of
There's
dancers
a lot-
there.
yeah, he
yeah,
can-
a lot of elderly people that want to learn how to do things and get out and do
Exactly,
things.
Cookie
Younger
Wookie
people
Pie.
that want to learn all the dancing and do all the yoga and stuff. And
Mhm.
you'd make some good money back here,
No.
especially down by the coast.
Yeah. Never thought about it.
Yeah,
'Cause of the
now you get
horrible
you thinking
idea.
about it, so that's good. that would really be awesome.
Yeah.
Think about this too.
Hmm.
All of
Right
our
on.
family is back here on the East Coast.
Mhm.
See,
It's like moving back to Maine
family?
to be closer to Amanda
all
James.
the, yours too.
Fuck
You're
up.
from New Jersey.
Yeah, I have some family there. Some family
See?
here.
Oh, you got family there too.
Mhm. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that one. I didn't
Well,
plan
yeah,
for that
I
one
looked out
there.
here for.
Total side note, I love this lingerie outfit on my sim. It looks so good. She kind of reminds me of Yennefer of Vengerberg a little bit, but yeah. I ended up not going with the Geralt. I really like the red hair on the other character.
Almost 10 years now.
You've only been out there for 10 years?
Payne once said, my dream job is teaching racist rural baby boomers how to crump. Nice.
Mhm.
What made you move out there? The acting?
Yeah.
Actually, you probably could get acting jobs from back here in Maine.
Oh, Lord,
Because,
here we go.
well, Stephen
film a lot
King
of
was right in
shows.
Bangor.
Oh,
Stephen King,
yeah.
Stephen King
I'll
was
just
right in
knock on his
Bangor.
door.
Huh?
Just knock on his door. Ask if he can give me a job.
Yeah. I bet I could probably get a hold of him.
You think so?
I really.
Oh,
Well, there's a guy that Stephen King owns a radio station. There's another guy that I know that.
Oh, Christ. Oh, my. He could get her a job. Could you imagine? It's like Lorne trying to get in contact with Stephen King. Oh, we're the biggest thing on NBC. Sylvester Stallone knows me and loves me. Can you give a job to my girlfriend? We met on NBC.
Works at a radio station, not the one that Stephen King owns, but he knows a lot of
Exactly, Chupa
celebrities.
grandson.
He's met a lot of celebrities, and he actually stayed over my house one night with, with my
absolutely,
brother,
J-Rob.
another one of my brothers.
He is a Stephen King villain.
Stephen
we
King
went out.
stayed with your brother?
Huh?
Huh.
Said Stephen King stays with your brother?
No, the guy that worked at a radio station that knows a lot of celebrities. He stayed over my house one night when I had my septic business, and I lived in a different town.
Mm-hmm.
Him and another one of my brothers stayed over my house that night.
Wait, okay, so his brother knows somebody who possibly knows celebrities who could possibly get in contact with Stephen King. What is he? No. Again, the delusion is spectacular.
We went out to the bar and everything, and he's got all kinds of pictures of all kinds of celebrities that he's met, and plus he's on the radio all the time, but he knows all kinds of celebrities. And
Yeah,
I think
well.
I think he knows Stephen King. So
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Reach out to him for me. Don't tell him that his movies are stupid.
I'll tell him. I know somebody that would be perfect in your movies.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll tell him.
Also, he
Yeah,
can't just
perfect
contact
person for you
Stephen
to
King.
play
He'd
in
have
the
to
next movie.
talk to
Yeah.
like Stephen
Have
King's
you read
like,
any of his books?
assistant.
No, I've watched a couple of his movies.
Yeah, they're awful.
Lawrence has never read a book.
Yeah,
in his
I know.
life.
That's why I don't read them. Yeah, he's got
read a
a
lot,
freaky
though?
mind. No, I have moments when I do, and moments when I
Mhm.
don't. And it's like, actually, when I was incarcerated, I actually wrote a book. I actually wrote more than one book, but
You wrote
I
a
didn't-
book.
yeah, I didn't spend my time not doing anything when I was incarcerated. But
What's it about?
I wrote when I got out. My mom wanted me to publish it, and so I would write
Stephen
some
King
in it,
would
and then
call
I'd send
him.
it back to her, and she'd read it. And then I'd write some more of it, and I'd send it back to her, and she'd keep reading it.
She did not read that.
She wanted me to publish it when I got out, so I self-published it.
I highly doubt she read
It's called
it. She
It's called
skimmed
Taking
it.
Abroad. If you go on ondemandbooks.com,
Mhm.
you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find it on there. But that
Oh, okay. What's it about?
it's about 100 and some odd pages long.
Oh, dumbass.
No.
you want to know? You gotta read it. No,
Okay.
actually, hang on a second. I'll read to you what it's about. I've got a copy
Alright.
of it right here. I think I got a copy of it right here. Yeah, right here.
You just can't remember off the top of your head what it's about.
I do, but it's better if I read it from the back of the book.
Okay.
So
ahead.
that way you get a better picture of it. All
Okay.
right, I can turn my light on here. Gonna put my reading glasses on now.
Your reading glasses.
Yes, I had to start wearing reading glasses like a year and a half ago.
Yes.
Shocked the hell out of me. I looked at the book and I was trying to read. And I was like, why is this getting all blurry on me?
Mhm.
So I had to
Getting
wind
up
that down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young.
Mhm.
At least in my mind, I am.
Right.
There
Okay.
goes his delusion
You can
again.
come to my
Grandpa-
elderly hip hop class.
You come to your what?
My elderly hip hop class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm dancing with the old ladies.
What is that? Yeah, let's see, and I'll be the youngest
Ooh.
one there, and all the
Yeah.
rest will be
Wait, I
75
gotta go
and
back
older,
for
right?
that. Hold on. We gotta listen to
Yeah.
that little mini solo.
What is that? Yeah, let's see,
Keep doing it. I gotta do it again. I have to do it again. Holy shit, that's funny.
I'm dancing with the old ladies.
what is that? Yeah, let's see, I'll be the youngest
Yeah. That's a great mini syllable. Oh my god.
one there, and all the
Yeah,
rest will be
there you go.
75 and older, right? Yeah. Well, you saw the way I danced, so you know you
Yeah,
got to place
there you
me
go.
where you see fit.
Mhm. You can show them how it's done.
Oh yeah. Look at me go! I step side to side and swing my arms a little.
All right,
I felt
read
like-
this book.
I felt like such an idiot doing that dancing for you. I was like,
No,
here I am
no.
dancing for somebody that dances professionally. Yeah, I look
Oh,
real
God.
intelligent.
Oh, you look dumb for anybody.
Well,
Okay, I'll read this to you.
okay.
Okay, preparing for life after high school. Aaron, I'm having a hard time seeing the words here. Like, fucking off the book. Preparing for life after high school, Aaron enlisted into the Army, anxious to serve his country and fight for what he believed in.
Oh, Christ.
After losing his closest friend to a sniper, Aaron lost it while in the field and spent 3 months in a psychiatric ward until being shipped home. Once home, he falls in love with Brooke, a girl he meets on a blind date. Not long after getting engaged, he begins having nightmares of his time in Iraq, in the Iraqi war. But he puts it off as nothing serious. When the nightmares become more intense, Brooke talks to Aaron about seeing a psychiatrist, and because of the deep love that Aaron
Oh my god.
has for his family, he agrees. Unfortunately, the intense sessions with the psychiatrist don't help,
Intense.
and the
I
nightmares
think he means
begin to
intensive.
affect Aaron further. Aaron can no longer fight the right and wrong of the murders he's about to commit. In the end, justice is served with the heartbreaking death that Aaron did not plan on. There you go.
Genius. I know it's pretty dumb to put it on like a book cover or whatever. Just reveal the whole plot of your fucking book. But it reminds me a lot of like the chorus in Shakespearean plays where they'll just kind of tell you everything that you're about to watch. He's an idiot though. He wouldn't understand that reference and it totally wasn't intentional. It's just kind of what that reminds me of.
Okay. So, it's about PTSD,
It's about what?
having PTSD.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's about a kid that goes into the military after school and has post-traumatic stress. No, it's pretty much about that.
Okay.
It-
Oh, I'll have to buy it.
Yeah. You don't have to buy it. Just come here and you can read it. Sneaky on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got me.
There's another one. Hold on. There's another one. I love those high-pitched squeaks.
Sneaky on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got
The high-pitched squeak.
Sneaky on that one, huh?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I'd like to have you. Come
Ew.
here.
Ew.
Yeah, gotta get you moved to Maine.
Ew.
Can you not move?
Fucking creep.
Well, I can, but I have to get permission from them.
Oh.
It's like I can get permission from probation. They have to okay it out in California, and I have to have a place to be out there, and
Hey,
somebody
Charlie
that I
Parker.
know,
Welcome.
and the area has
Well,
to
you
be
got your
right.
family, don't you?
Out in California?
Yeah.
No, they're not out there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause both uncles came back, and one died, and both of my brothers moved back here a long time ago too.
How much longer are you on that for?
They've got me on a supervision for life, supervised release for life. So it's
Okay.
from what my lawyer told me when I signed before I signed the plea agreement, he said that this is what it is, but it's once you take this class, you can go back to court and get off supervised release because they don't want people being on supervised release if they're not a threat to the community.
Oh my god.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
I haven't been a threat for God knows how long, and they
That is some bullshit. You are always a threat and you shall always be a threat until you die.
still had me in that class, and I figured
Fucking cockroach.
I kind of figured out why they have me in there today. So I got to call my lawyer tomorrow because I've already got my lawyer working on getting me out of that class. It's like I should have been out of that class within like a year and a half time from what they told me from the start. But I've never seen anybody get out of that class in a year and a half time. And it's like
So,
they have a book.
You've been in the class since you got out?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
Hello,
just get out?
Chloe. Welcome.
And there's one person that I've seen get out of the class, and I've actually had 4 different counselors. For 4 years, I had one counselor,
This is embarrassing,
but
dude.
then all of a sudden somebody got the contract. They sell the contracts, and it's like they go with the lowest bidder, and somebody else had gotten the contract, and I was with that person for a year. And then another person got a contract, and I was with that person for a year or two. And then
Wait,
now
so what is this class for exactly?
it's for the sex offender treatment class. That's what it's called.
Okay. And you've been in it since you got out?
Yeah. And there's a book that you have to finish. And,
Must be a
and
big
you don't
book.
even. Well, it actually was pretty thick. And well, the thing is you don't have to complete all the assignments in the book. But I took my time, and I took 4 years, and I completed every assignment. Until I felt good about what I had completed. I made sure that I went through everything, so that way I felt good about it myself. Because I had a lot of things happen to me, so it's like I wanted to get that stuff straight in my head of what brought me to that point where I was able to do something so terrible. So I wanted to understand everything.
You finished the book?
Oh God, I
Like
finished
a
that
packet?
book.
Or what?
Yeah, I finished the book 4 years ago, and they still haven't let me out of the class.
Bullshit.
So that's why me and my family's been bitching about it for the last 4 years.
Oh my god, they don't give a fuck.
Finally, it's just got tired of it. They can't even give me a reason now why I'm in there.
Weird.
So yeah, so now it's like I got a lawyer, so we can either figure out why they still have me in there or get me out of there. And
Why are you
shooting
admitting
for 'em to
this?
get me out
This is so embarrassing. I wouldn't tell a soul. You think like his whole like weird quest for self-preservation and like redemption would prevent him from wanting to share this kind of information. Like, this doesn't make you look good, bro. It makes you look like a dumbass and a pedophile who can't accept what he did. And you just want to like downplay it too. He's a fucking moron, man.
They can't even give me a reason.
Well, you said you found out today the reason, right?
Well, I have an idea of the reason, and it's really not a reason because it has nothing to do with being a threat to the community, which is basically the reason why you're in that class. It's so to make sure you're not a threat to the community. The reason that I think it is, it's not even being a threat to the community.
So you're in there because you're not a threat to the community?
That's what I'm getting from it. From what I heard today. Well, it's not just today that I heard it, because it took today for me to realize, this is like the 20th time that they've told me the same thing, and it's like it just dawned on me that this has got to be the reason why they still have me in here, because I'm not doing it.
Dawned on him.
Oh, I've asked them right out straight. They won't give me the reason.
They just zip their lips?
They just tell me, is it hurting you being in there? I'm like, well, no, it doesn't hurt me being there. Everybody should have counseling. It's good for them. It's good for them to be able to talk to people.
Oh, Christ.
But the thing is I'd rather have a one-on-one session with somebody than I would be in a class of people.
I'm not understanding. So what's the issue then?
The issue is that they have me in.
They just won't tell you.
Yeah, they won't tell me what the reason is. So they can't come up with a reason. If they have a valid reason, it's
well,
like
they gotta have a reason. Otherwise, they'd let you out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. They're not telling me what the reason is. So in order for me to find out the reason, I have to I have to actually have a lawyer to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I must have misheard you. I thought you said you figured out the reason.
I think I figured it out.
Yeah.
So I got to call my lawyer tomorrow and tell him what I think, so he knows what I'm hearing from the counselor, from probation.
So, what do you think it is? That's the issue.
I think it's because they want me to get out in the community more and socialize. They've stated this out very many times that they want me to meet people out in the community. And it's like I meet people out in the community every day.
And they run. They flee.
I go to the stores and I talk to people.
They flee.
But it's like I don't pass them out on dates and stuff like that.
They post things warning people about him. Yeah, when you go to the store.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's like I don't go bowling.
It's this little troll with his nasty hot breath, his brown chiclet teeth, his stained clothes. He reeks of cigarette and piss, and mold. I would not want to interact with you. I understand what probation is saying, but you know what? They should just give him an accommodation. There's no way he's gonna meet somebody in person and make friends. I'm kidding. Don't actually give him an accommodation, but let's be real here.
I don't mind. Why do I need to go bowling?
Do you think it's possible they mean volunteering, not just talking to strangers?
Well, volunteering would be bad.
Well.
Well.
Huh. That's something nobody said to me yet. Volunteering.
Oh, God.
Which I've
actually. You said they said to go out to the community, so that's what that means, I think.
Oh, and I've volunteered before because I went over the Humane Society and volunteered over there.
OMG! Hi, Cyber Squeak. What's going on? Squeak, my beloved.
You put dogs down?
Huh?
You put dogs down?
Do I put dogs down?
Yeah, like put them to sleep. Is that what you did?
No.
That's what I
Good
would
God,
do.
no.
One whiff of his nasty breath definitely would have knocked the dog out.
You're mean. You would love my dogs, really.
Probably not. I've never met a dog I like.
I bet you would. I bet you would like these two.
Me.
One of
They
them
keep them outside.
One of them is extremely skittish. And
That's a great
She was
selling
abused
point.
before. She spends the majority of her time she spends on the bed, just laying on the bed. And Roscoe is like her safety net. And
Nice.
He's old. He used to be rambunctious before,
Nice, Squeak. Send me a picture of what you're working on.
but now he's older and settled down. No, I think after these two, I don't want to get any more because I've had dogs all my life. And
Yeah.
it's
They shed. They smell bad.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, unless you give them baths and stuff.
When was the last time you bathed your dog, you fucking
I mean,
piece of shit?
there are ways to get around them smelling bad.
I guess. You have to buy
do
them
shed a lot.
food. They need attention all the time.
Yeah, but you think about how loyal they are. Think about how loyal they are to you. How much protection they are.
I'd rather
Upstate.
die.
Don't say that.
Protection from
You can't
who?
die. You and I just got the.
You
We'll
are the
start talking
danger,
here.
bro.
I do love dogs, but it's so hard when something happens and you don't have them. It's after.
Like what? Is it dangerous where you live?
Like the dog that you abandoned in Nashville? Asshole.
When this thing happened, I had Bud.
There we go. Let's talk
my,
about it.
My black lab that I had when I was down there in Nashville. And I actually had him when I got my CDL when I was out in Washington State. They actually sent me one time to Georgia, and that's where I found Bud. He was abandoned and abused. His ribs were showing. He had scars on his head, and
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my sister-in-law on the dock, on the payphone on the dock, and he came over and started barking at me. So I got off the phone with her, and from a distance he looked like a full-grown dog, but then I got up close and I realized he was just a puppy. And the nearest house was like 20 miles away, so I threw him up in the truck and fed him 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and had him ever since that. Raised him for 9 years, right up till the point of the sting. And when
So
the
you
sting
stole
happened,
the dog? Nice.
I had to have my best friend Tony go down from Maine down to Nashville and get him. So that was rough on me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
But
he
he won't
totally
know.
stole
You don't
Bud.
have-
I highly doubt the nearest house was 20 miles away. That's some bullshit. He probably didn't know the area very well. He saw that it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it didn't have a dog collar, or maybe it was faded, or maybe Lorne, being Lorne, just decided this is mine now. It's mine.
That dog anymore?
Anything
no,
I
he's
find is
probably dead by
mine.
now. He probably died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 'cause he was 9 when the sting happened, and
Yeah, probably dead.
yeah, he probably died 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Imagine.
probably.
He was a really good dog. Every dog I have is a really good dog because they're loving.
Mm.
They've got
Oh, wow.
a lot of love in them. They've got a lot of love in them.
That's the bar. They
Right.
love you.
Well,
I have a cat too.
yeah.
Okay, here's something to tell you.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Okay, down in southern Maine,
Mhm.
which is around the area that's where a lot of rich people are down there. Well, there's the malls down there,
Mhm.
and you don't have to.
Only rich people have access to malls.
Go far to go to the malls.
Okay,
That helps tell you.
that helps.
He's
With
such a
what?
dumbass. Just assumes that, like, oh, she's a woman. She wants to be near a mall or be able to go to the mall. Like, that's not really a thing anymore anyway. Like, I feel like malls are really big, like, I don't know, from like the 80s maybe to like the 2000s, but now it's not like, I don't know, anybody who's like, oh, let's go to the mall.
It helps sell you a little bit. I'm reaching here. Tell me
Oh,
take pictures
I didn't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Tell me
Yeah,
take pictures
there's a
of
mall
videos.
here.
Cybersqueak asks, is there a mod to make your sim sit still? Because I always had other fucking moving around. Seriously, I'm sure there is. Because, like, my background here, my Create a Sim background is actually a mod. And I'm sure there is something for them to just not constantly move. Because it is really annoying. Especially when you want to do, like, get in and do some really fine detailing on their face or in their makeup, and then they're just like bopping around, and like the spellcasters, you know, they'll pretend to cast spells. It's super obnoxious.
There's them all everywhere.
I don't know. I'm sure there's one though.
Okay,
I don't have it.
here's something else that'll tell you. The white population is greater than the black or Hispanic population.
Yikes. Let's run that back. Let's run that back a little bit.
That ought to tell you right there. Okay, here's something else that'll tell you. The white population is greater than the black or Hispanic population.
Douchebag. Even if it is like a joke, like that's still super racist. Like he's such a piece of shit. Like, why would that be something that would be a selling point? Again, Maine needs to hire Lorne to, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I'm getting text messages. I think that might come up in the audio. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. Sorry about that if you can hear it. I just like, he's such a racist that he doesn't even see a problem with making that joke. You know what I mean? Like, if I heard that IRL, I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and then also, just to assume that Casey would share that kind of ideology, and it's the first call, he's such a...
See, that ought to tell you right there.
Trash.
I know California has a lot of
Hey,
Hispanic
Cece,
people.
welcome.
Yeah.
So?
Well, I'm gonna go make dinner, okay?
Christ
So,
on a
I'll
cracker.
talk to you later.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah, it
Bye.
is. Yeah, it's testing her, you know, to see where she was at. That's great. Okay, so that's the end of the first call. I'm gonna keep going, of course, but that marks the end of that very first contact. Let's see what we've got next.
So what happened with Bryce today?
Well, the picture that I sent you with me in bed with no shirt on.
LOL, cybersqueak.
He wanted to discuss that. I said, "What's there to discuss?" I said, "I didn't show any of my private parts." I said, "I showed my upper part." I said, "There's nothing wrong with that."
Upper part?
Those you looking at everything saying to each other?
My upper part? Like your torso?
Well,
Fucking
I think they see everything.
Oh, hey, and that's the end of
Well,
that.
whatever is on my screen.
All right.
I found out.
So here's that family. Here they are, in all their pixelated glory. Tight. I even left the Carria name up there, you know, because Elden Ring is bae. I can't stop. Like, any free time I have, like, if I'm not listening to Lorne calls, I'm just like watching Elden Ring like lore videos or compilations. I'm absolutely obsessed. I defeated Godric the Grafted in 3 motherfucking tries. I was so excited. I immediately messaged my friend who was like, guys, I did it. Like, that was nice. I'm curious, anybody else playing Elden Ring? Just out of curiosity. It's so good. I was afraid to buy it and play it. I played Bloodborne and it took me years to finish it just because I'd get really discouraged and I wasn't very good at it. But Elden Ring is just so beautiful. I love the open world. I understand now, like, why people like FromSoft games, because there is a story there, but it really is all about the fighting. And like, I'm used to playing RPGs. Um, like, I really love Witcher 3. That is my favorite. I actually have a Witcher tattoo. I love Witcher. The books and the games. Not the TV show, because fuck the TV show. I also loved Cyberpunk, which is what I had been playing before I did Elden Ring. And that, like, of course there's fighting, but there's so much story going on. And, like, to me, those types of games feel like it's almost like a book. Like you're playing a book, I guess. I don't really know what verb would go there. But, Elden Ring is just so different, and it's just new to me. And that's also why I love the lore videos, because you spend so much time fighting and grinding, and like the adrenaline rush of like beating a boss is insane. And then all of the time in preparation, like, it's just all so worth it, in a completely different play style that I'm not used to, and I love it so much. I'm really glad that I bought it. I was so scared to buy it because I didn't want to like spend all that money and then hate the game or like be unable to play it. But now I'm like, yeah, I got Margit the Fell in 2 tries, and then I got Godric in 3, and I was just like, oh my god, this is perfect. I'm also a spellcaster, or a sorcerer, astrologer. That's it. I'm doing like a pure, oh, you have got to be kidding me. I'm doing a pure intelligence build at the moment. I might change that up. I know there's a point in the game where you can sorry, my thing is shitting out on me. Give me a second. I know there's a moment in the game where you can kind of update or change. Hold on. This is like not showing up the window that I'm playing. What the hell? Sorry guys, something is going on with my Streamlab desktop. This is not it. What the hell? Oh, you have got to be joking. Curious if somebody can help me. For whatever reason, it's not letting me pull up my new window that I want to play a video in. What the hell? This is stupid. Honestly, Streamlabs, I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but I've noticed this where, like, if I want to pull up a new window, it like won't let me. Try this again. Oh, this is some bullshit. Okay. Hey, I will play the call while I figure this out. Sorry about that.
Basically what the problem is, because he wants me to have a healthy relationship.
Oh, hi, Chickpea Shivers. Welcome.
He sees that I've been having all this stuff to do with these people from the Church of God, and even though Jamie didn't have anything to do with the Church of God, but she knew the other people that were involved in that, and there's them, and then there's you that had to do with this thing.
Yeah.
So it's like he's connecting all that and thinking that because I'm having to do something to do with all these people, that I'm not having something healthy. And I told him, I said, you know, Bryce, I said she's 36 years old now. I said she's not playing. I said I can't blame her for what I did wrong. And I said I can't. Well, then I told him about Chris Hansen, about Chris emailing me. I told him, I said, I asked, I told Chris that if he talked to Casey, and then to give her my emails so that I can apologize to her. And he said that's probably not even Chris Hansen, and that's probably not even the real Casey Morrow. I said, well, Bryce, I got their IDs. I said, I won't talk to anybody anymore without their IDs, so that way I know that it's them that I'm talking to, because of what happened before with Winnie pretending to be you. And actually that idea came from my other probation officer. What the hell is her name? The one I didn't like Maria.
Mhm.
Yeah, that idea came from her. And so as soon as I told him that I had your ID and I had Chris's ID, he didn't know what to say then, except for I think that Chris has a felony. And I told him, I said, yeah, that's what Bryce said to me. And I said, I don't think it's a felony. I think it's a misdemeanor because of his check thing.
Okay, I'm back.
Mhm.
That was weird.
His
I don't know what
bouncing
happened.
checks, writing bad checks. I told him, I said, I think it's a misdemeanor. He said, you hold on a minute, I'll look it up on Google. And he said he looked it up on Google right then.
Eelberg. I will kick you out. Oh, you. I'm putting you in a timeout for that one.
It said that it was a felony. Whether it really is or not, I don't know. He could just be saying that. But it doesn't seem to me like it's a felony.
So that means you can't talk to him.
Hi, Drive 137. Welcome.
Yeah, that means I can't talk to Chris.
Oh wow.
So, which is fine. Yeah, which is fine because I don't want to talk to Chris anyway. But that's basically what Bryce's problem is because he wants to see me in a healthy relationship. And I told him, I said, you know, Bryce, my crime has to do with minors. I said, I don't understand what's going on with you having a problem with me talking to people that are of age, because all I've done is talk to people that are of age. He said,
you can't verify that.
Well, he understands that my crime is with minors, but part of probation and classes job is to see that I have healthy relationships. And I don't know what the hell that has to do with what my charge is.
Oh my God.
But
well, okay, let's think about that. You claim that the reason that you committed the crime was because of your siblings, right? They took advantage of you. You thought that they were so special. You, what was the term? Idolized them. You idolized your siblings. That proved to be, based on your belief, your downfall, right? So that would be an unhealthy relationship. By your excuses, you need a healthy relationship in order not to reoffend, right, Lorne? Another healthy relationship would be being able to tell people no. You know what I mean? Or like Amanda James was an unhealthy relationship. He's so fucking stupid. He doesn't even see that his bullshit excuse can work. Like if somebody bought that bullshit excuse, it would still be applicable to the situation.
But that's what the discussion with him today was about. That, and he wants to know about my
Cyber Squeak, I love that. You made a sim a stripper.
He doesn't want me talking to you though.
Oh, no, they haven't wanted me to talk to anybody from the internet. Well, since since I went on YouTube, found out all that crap about Church of God.
Mm-hmm.
Church of Quad.
They haven't wanted
is your lawyer getting you out of class still?
He's trying to, yes.
Yes.
I told him that I want out of class.
Yes.
How's he trying?
That's not a reason. I don't know what he's doing, but well,
You don't even know.
There was one thing that he said to me that made complete sense. Is that he's gonna ask them
shoot.
if I seem like a.
I've been in top chat. Sorry if anybody came in and I missed you.
Which is the whole reason of being in the class and on probation. And it's obvious what their answer is going to be because they know I'm not a threat to the public.
Well, what if they say you are?
It's clearly not
true.
true.
Then they'll have to prove it. And how are they going to prove that when I haven't done anything wrong other than them incarcerating me for drinking beer?
Oh my God.
And I haven't drank beer for, well, it's been 2 years since July 7th. 2 years and what's this? November, August, September, October, November. So 2 years and 3 months I haven't had anything to drink.
Wow.
Wow.
I've wanted to have a beer. But I'm like, no, because it'll bite me in the ass if I do. So
Hi, Pussy Destroyer. Welcome.
What happens if you have one?
well, if I have one and
I think Tony died in 2021. I think. Don't quote me on it.
they bring it up on the lie detector test, and it comes up that I lie.
Oh, spring 2020.
Even though I don't
Thank you.
believe in the
Damn.
lie detector test.
I didn't realize it. Oh,
at
I
all.
guess the calls came out then. I'm an idiot. You're right. Thank you, Hey Boo.
But if it does, then I have a guilty conscience of it. Then I'm not gonna lie about it because it would have been true.
Mm-hmm. How often
So-
did they give you those?
It used to be once a year. Now it's once every 6 months. So
Uh-huh.
why they changed that? I don't know why they changed that.
You haven't failed any of them or anything?
Oh yeah, I failed them. That's why I don't believe in them. I'd actually
Has
tell
it
them the
failed?
truth.
Speaking of COVID, I swear to God, I had it early. I went to Boston in February 2020, and when I got home, I was super sick. I mean, like, horribly sick. I remember my headache was so bad. I was like, somebody just drill a hole in it to relieve the pressure. It was terrible. I went to the doctor. They were basically just like, oh, it looks like you got a pretty bad virus. Just take your time. I was out of work for a whole ass week. And then like a couple weeks later, it was like, oh, shut down, lockdown. And I'm like, huh, interesting that I was just turned away when it possibly could have been, you know, a really serious life-threatening virus.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I tell them the truth, and I knew it was the truth. And they came up that I failed, and I'm like, there ain't no fucking way that I could have failed that. I failed it a couple of times. That's why it doesn't make any sense to me. But that's why they can't use it in court. Because you can.
When's your
Damn,
next one?
CC, that's crazy.
My next one is actually December 7th.
I'm glad you guys were
Actually,
okay.
I think I told you, didn't I?
No.
Maybe I didn't tell you. I think it was last week that she called me.
What'd you fail your last ones for?
They asked if I had seen any images of any nude images of minors, and I told them no. And that's the one that really pissed me off because I knew I had. They said that I failed that. But what happened? Well, see, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any in years. I mean, since.
In years?
Yeah, well, since images of. Well, it was actually. They're actually real because it was back when I used to watch my nieces and nephew and all them. That's the last time I ever.
What?
And the last time I ever seen a kid naked was back when I used to live with my nieces.
I'm glad you're okay, J-Rob. Yeah, I got mine too, and I did get COVID again in January of 2021. Oh my God, when was that? It was either 2021 or 2022, and I missed an entire month of work. That's how sick I was. It was horrible. It wasn't as bad as the first time, thank God, but it was pretty bad.
Nephew.
Yeah.
You
That
used
shit
to have
is
them all the
not.
time. That was way back, almost
Not a
20
joke.
years ago, or over 20 years ago.
I'm gonna rewind a little bit just so I can still have some context for what he's talking about.
Used to live with my nieces and nephew. Used to have them all the time. That was way back, almost 20 years ago, or over 20 years ago. That's the last time I've ever seen a kid naked.
Those poor babies.
Mm-hmm.
All that time alone with their
So,
creepy
You said it's
uncle.
been years.
For them, it's been
Since the
years,
last time
and years,
you saw
and years, and
any?
years. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I've gotten sick in the class before, or
Well,
after being in
how
the
old were
class.
they?
How old are they now?
Were they?
Then they were, oh, Christ, I've seen them naked since they were a baby, right up to, I don't know, 9 or 10. So when they were 10, let's see, Darren was 11, Leanne was 10, Amanda was 8 or 9. But that's when I used to have them all the time. I used to watch them like 80% of the time because the mother had depression and my brother was back here. So it's like I'm the only one that ever did anything with them.
Mhm.
So, but the girls had their own. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. I had my bedroom, and the girls had their bedroom, and Darren slept on the couch. But that was the last time I ever seen a kid naked.
Why were they naked?
Because they'd take a shower. Because I'd
Oh.
take them to the pool. I'd take them to the pool too. They'd come back and take a shower after they get in the pool,
So you were peeping?
and then they'd have to take a shower in the mornings.
So you were peeping?
And you had to like
Yuck.
bathe them or something?
No, I didn't bathe them. They bathed themselves. But the girls and Darren, when they were really little, they'd take baths. They didn't want to take showers. They wanted to take baths. So Laura always told me let them
That's
take
so
a bath
gross.
instead of a shower. So right until I don't know, until they were probably. Well, Darren was probably around 8 when he started taking a shower.
That's so
Started wanting
gross.
to take a shower. Then after he did, Leanne and Amanda wanted.
I mean, like, I definitely saw my relatives nude when I was younger. Like, me and my little cousins would take showers together. But we were, like, kids and, like, who cares? It wasn't a weird thing. But to have your fucking uncle just sit there outside the door and be like, did you wash everything? Like, it's so creepy and disgusting. He's
Started
so
wanting to take a
creepy.
shower. That made me a little nervous because didn't have anything.
Oh yeah, Eelrig. If probation could listen to one call, this would be what I know, right? Like, I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, you know, I understand that these calls they'd have to take them with a grain of salt because he could be lying or he could be manipulated into saying stuff, and it definitely would be admissible in court. But it's just like, y'all should still watch this. Like, this is what he says to people that he's trying to, like, impress or show himself in a good light. Like, wouldn't you want to have that kind of information? Also, like, be able to then see if he has any other victims, or just, I don't know. I just feel like this is the justice system is fucked, and I feel like this is one thing that really could kind of make, I don't know how to say this, like, it would be in the government's best interest to actually sit down and listen to these and bring about some real justice, because those poor kids probably had to deal with some nasty ass bullshit, and he's just able to do whatever he wants still. And like, if I was one of those kids and I knew that my creepy uncle was just like gallivanting across his property with his trees and grass, like, I would be upset. I would be really upset.
Sticking to the bottom of the tub to make sure they didn't fall. So I
Oh.
had to go out and get some of that stuff. I had to go out and get some.
Totally
flowers,
cookie whoopie pie. Shouldn't let your
ducks and stuff that
creepy sibling
put
baby
on
your
the
kids. Yep.
adhesive things to make sure they didn't fall in the shower.
What?
Mhm.
So I was overprotective of them.
Oh, so you'd watch them
Very
bathe?
much overprotective of them.
You fucking cocksucker.
If they go out and play on the playground. When I lived with Paul and Laura at their apartment, the playground was right outside of the apartment, and we lived on the second floor.
Yikes! Of course.
We had a balcony out there.
Oh, I bet he loved
Kids wanted to
that.
go out there and play, and then there'd wind up being all kinds of kids out there. Well, say all kinds. There's probably actually maybe 10 kids out
What
there.
does that mean? All kinds.
Darren, Lee, and Amanda were out there. If they'd go out there and play, I'd go sit on the patio, sit there and watch them,
Yikes!
make sure nothing happened to them. Sit there and watch them,
Oh,
make sure
new episode. We're now on episode 43.
nothing happened to them.
And
And I'd
they
even-
would just run around the house naked.
No.
Oh no, of
How'd you
course
see him
not.
naked?
That's so silly. No.
'Cause they take showers. They run out of the house, run out of the bathroom.
Do you not have like a curtain?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, there was a curtain in there, but I weren't back there watching them. I weren't watching the door.
Absolutely, you were.
I was out in the kitchen doing stuff, or in the living room doing stuff.
Bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Got all kind of girls.
They would just run out on their own.
Well, that's what I asked.
No, well, yeah, but they weren't running around the house all the time naked.
Well, you
They
know
would
what I
just run out. Well,
Yeah.
that's what it sounded like. It's like, why would they run around the house naked?
Cookie will be pie. Lauren doesn't have towels.
Yeah, I was very much overprotective. Thank God. Crossing the road.
overprotective how?
Huh?
How were you overprotective?
I just constantly watched them. I just constantly made sure that
Crossing the
nothing was happening. No.
This is like how he talks about spoiling his dogs. It's like, oh, you're doing the basics of what you should be to like watch children. You're making sure they cross the road. If they're at the playground, you're making sure that they're okay out there. Like this, you're not doing like something like over the top or revolutionary. You're just taking care of kids, dude.
Well, Leanne really didn't pay attention to what was going on around her.
Exactly,
And
radical.
so she really, I really had to watch after her. But it's like even the other two were also, Darren and Amanda, too. It's like they get transfixed on what was going on.
Starting to get quiet.
Huh?
I can't hear you.
Well, I've got the phone outside.
Sound far away.
Okay, how about now?
Huh, sounds fine to me.
I don't know. Keep talking.
Okay, they get it's like Darren, if he'd have something in a toy or something in his hand, he'd get transfixed on it. So it's like he'd have that, and he'd only be concentrating on that, and nothing else that was going on around him.
But wasn't he
And
like
Leanne
9?
was Huh?
You said he was like 9 or 10?
Yeah, Darren was like 11. Well,
Wow, so
Yeah.
all of them. Wow,
Play with
Christ,
toys
when I
all the
first
time.
when I first got out to Washington State, Darren was he was 6, I think,
Mhm.
and he'd just been the same the whole time. That's the way he was. He just concentrate completely. He didn't even hear what you say. If you talk to him, he wouldn't even hear you.
you can
So-
hear how irritated he gets about his nephew. I bet he was pretty verbally abusive to him, or just was not nice at all.
On what he had in his hand,
Like
or
you
what
can hear the like contempt in his voice
he was doing,
all these years later.
and didn't hear anything. You'd have to say his name 3-4 different times. Sometimes even grab a hold of his arm to say, "Hey, can you hear me?" Then he'd come out of his trance, and
His trance.
he only half paid attention to what you were saying. And Leanne was the same way, and Amanda she somewhat had more of attention span, but
Mhm.
she was somewhat more alert. But Darren and Leanne were just completely got involved.
DJ Payne one, you DJ Payne one said his nephew was just another dick in the way. I can't with
Whatever they were doing. It was like crossing. It always made me so nervous with them crossing the road. I take them bowling. I take them to the movies. I take them to go-karts and to ocean shores to ride horses and stuff like that.
Ride horses.
And the worst time I had ever had with them was always crossing the road. I hated to cross the road with them.
Right, because you're not nurturing at all, so you'd have to actually pay
It
attention.
made me so nervous. It's because it made me so nervous because they just wouldn't pay attention. They hadn't gone to shopping malls. So they'd be wanting to go in, and they'd start going off without me, and I'd be like, whoa.
There
I'd
you go
actually
again
have
with the
to grab
malls.
hold of them and pull them back so they wouldn't go. Tell them they need to wait for me before they go.
Right, they're a child. They don't have impulse control.
I've always been like that. I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
About being around kids? Yeah,
No,
no
what
doubt.
they do now.
Yeah, nervous and anxious because you want to make sure that no other adults are around so you can be the only one to
What do
watch
they do
them.
now?
Mm-hmm.
Darren, I think Darren works at a call center. Last I know, I haven't talked to him it's been 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. It's been 3 years since I got
You're getting quiet again.
I'm getting quiet again?
Yeah.
Hey, Page Master. Welcome.
You're like
Try to put
cutting
my
it
phone
out.
in the- Hold on.
And hi, Mike Pence. Sorry, I might have missed somebody coming in.
I'll put
I
my phone in the
apologize. I haven't been
closet, see
looking
if
at
that
the
helps.
chat. I'm so sorry.
Put it where?
In the closet. Walk-in closet in the window. Does that help?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I've always loved kids, just not in
Yikes.
that way.
Lies.
Mm.
I've always been so disturbed.
The lies. The lies. The lies. Bull fucking shit. Oh, he's about to say something ignorant, so I'm gonna go back a wee bit.
That's why
Mm.
I've always been so disturbed by what I did. It's always bothered me till no
Bullshit.
end.
Disturbed.
Yeah, when did that start?
When did that start?
Yeah.
I hate going over stuff. I really do. Oh, God.
It's not something you should laugh at, bro.
Are you gonna answer
I
me
heard-
or?
Yeah, I'm going to answer you. I just hate going over stuff. I've gone over it so many times. I hate thinking
Never
about it. I
gone
hate
over it.
talking about it. I know. It started with Molly. She was
Mhm.
15, and she was only a friend at first, and just
Yeah,
somebody
right.
thought that
Only a
that
friend,
she
like
talked to me
how
about
the
it.
first 5 minutes of you talking to not even 5 minutes of talking to Kayla, you guys were just friends.
Her
And then you started talking sexual.
Problems.
Bullshit.
that she'd have at home with her alcoholic dad and her friends in school, and we were just talking to each other, and we talked to each other for quite a while. Then
Was
and somehow
a friend of one of your like the daughter of one of your friends or something?
no, she
Oh.
was in a chat room, main
Yikes.
chat room.
Oh.
The same chat rooms probably where he, went through and made sure that the people he was talking to were all female.
Back when Yahoo was going to chat.
Also, side note, my partner bought me a Stream Deck for Valentine's Day, and this thing is so freaking nice. It makes streaming, like, super simple. Like, I just push a button instead of using my mouse at all, and I can just pause and play. Anyway, this is not whatever. If y'all stream, I recommend a Stream Deck. They're super nice.
Chat rooms.
Yeah, he has zero
Yeah.
regrets. He probably thinks
Molly.
that he was the way he talks about, like, oh, I helped them with their issues. He probably thinks he was a benevolent force in their childhood, when really he was in all likelihood, an extremely traumatic event. Like, fuck off, you fucking pedophile.
She was 15, and Melissa, she was 16. Melissa had problems with her parents, and
That's
she also
amazing,
went through
Squeak.
drugs, and she had depression.
How old were
Yeah,
you
that's
during
not-
this time?
30.
Wow.
She didn't have depression. She had bipolar. Is what she had. Bipolar.
Bipolar. It's kind of young to be diagnosed with that, right?
And I was someone for them to talk to about their problems.
And I say that because, again, that's
I
quite
thought-
young, and it's kind of fucked of him to just assume that this little girl that he was talking to, because let's be real, we know she was younger than 15 or whatever the fuck he said. Like, just so
for
rude.
too long.
You groomed a child who was hurt and in pain, and then we'll hear the rest of it. I'll wait to make
What do you mean?
comment until later.
And so I started having an interest in him. I talked to him for too long.
Yuck.
Like an interest how?
Like a romantic interest in him.
Like you wanted to date them?
Yeah.
And why were you talking to them to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
Just because they were telling me about the problems. They would talk to me about the problems
Oh,
and stuff.
Christ. That was your justification for continuing to talk to them. She's asking about why did you start?
About their home problems, their school problems, friend
So
problems.
you were like helping them with school and stuff?
I was being someone for them to talk to about their problems. When I should never have talked to them about their problems.
No,
Should
he
never have been
doesn't
someone
Right.
to talk to about their problems.
He doesn't believe that at all.
I should have just left them alone.
Just the tone with which he says that, he
So
doesn't
you
buy
didn't
it.
say
Or
like to
actually
speak to a
believes that.
school counselor or something?
No, I didn't.
Uh,
I
Well,
should
then
have, but I
happened.
didn't.
once you started getting feelings for them.
Yeah, I started getting feelings for him. Melissa, that didn't last long. Me having feelings for Melissa because
Ew. Because she was too much.
She actually showed up at my house, and thank God my two nephews were there. My two older nephews.
Why, thank God they were there.
Because
So he could act like they were...
Melissa
they're
was
friends?
18 when she showed up at my house. But
Oh, you must be some girls from your school. Are you here to see so-and-so? Like, that's probably why. He tried to blame it on the... not blame it, but, like, pass it off as being somebody that those kids knew, not somebody that he'd been grooming.
still,
That's my...
I didn't.
That's my theory.
She had a friend with her, and I never told her to show up. She
How
looked
she know
up my
where you
address.
live?
She looked up my address because I had my business then. A1 Septic Service. She knew I had my business. She looked up my address.
I couldn't imagine
Or
calling
pregnant.
somebody, like, calling somebody and be like, hey, can you,
Friend.
I don't even know what the verb would be. Can you clean out my septic tank? And then this goofy, nasty motherfucker shows up. That'd be so weird.
Put up in my house. And thank God my nephews
Oh my.
were there because I didn't really. I didn't want her to come to my house.
Okay, so something I've noticed, this might be a little, like, linguistic, like, linguini thing, is whenever he says really in a certain way, like there, he's like, I never really, it's the same thing that he said to Chris, and I swear to God, it's not so much, like, trying to convince other people, but to himself, like, I never really wanted her to come over, I never really wanted to go there, like, he's saying that to convince himself, not so much the other person. I mean, of course, he is trying to, like, sway the other person and not think that he's a pedo, but I think y'all understand what I mean. And, like, how did she get your address, Lorne? Like, why lie? Like, that's another weird thing to lie about. Like, oh, so you groomed this child who then, like, was a stalker and just found you? Like, neither of those options make you sound like a good person. Like, it still makes you sound like a fucking creepy asshole, dude. And we, of course, know that he absolutely gave her that address. And she probably was in a really distressful situation and was like, fine, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna go be with my boyfriend. I'm assuming that he lied about who he was, too. Or, like, lied about his character. So she might have actually thought he would be like a refuge. And then she showed up. If we're going to assume that she simply just showed up, I believe him when he said that. She thought he'd be a safe place to go to, unfortunately. Like, that's so sad and so disgusting.
Why not?
Just because I didn't, it just made me too nervous. It was just too
Nervous
weird.
about what?
Because you got
I
horny
don't know,
when your
it's
family
just-
was around to
but-
see that you were horny with
I don't know.
a girl.
It just seemed the way she acted just made me really nervous about her.
Like, she was desperate to find
She
a
had
connection with
bipolar,
somebody? Oh my god.
She was up and she was down. She was up and she was down. So my feelings for her
She's a
weren't
hormonal
is what
little
they were to
girl.
Molly.
She was a child,
Molly
Lorne.
was steady.
This is oh, you know what this, I'm seeing another connection here. The way he was talking about his nephew with all that contempt and like, he was unruly and he was always, what did he say, in a trance or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's a child behaving like a child, Lorne. And I'm sorry that your fucking victims didn't act the way that you were expected or wanted. Like, what the fuck is... It's the same shit with Kayla, like, projecting, oh, she just was there for me. She was what I needed and somebody who cared about me. And it's like, no, she was just a shell of a child. That's probably why he didn't, I guess, I don't know, like her, whatever the term was that he used there. Like, it's because she wasn't the type of child he wanted. He wasn't, or she wasn't this pliable, easily manipulated person. I mean, she probably was easily manipulated, but how do I say this? He wants something that's low maintenance, I guess, and quote unquote precious and innocent, as he said before. And here he was grooming a child who was clearly going through something, and he just didn't want to deal with the repercussions, and he didn't want to deal with the reality of, like, she's a baby, but she also is going through puberty. You know what? I hope all that makes sense, but I'm seeing the comparison between his description of his nephew being difficult and how he was actually behaving like a literal child and her behaving like a literal teenager.
With the way she acted, and her and I wound up being friends when she turned 18.
Sure. Bet.
Well, before she turned 18, we wound up being friends.
Yep.
So I just wish I never met either one of them. I hate thinking about it. I hate
So what
going back in
happened
time
then?
like that. Huh?
So how did you stop talking to them?
Well, Melissa, I just stopped talking to her. I don't know how long it's been since I stopped talking to her, but
He's likely making up elements of Molly and Melissa's story. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I'm inclined to believe him about, like, her being very depressed, because that's, like, a negative aspect, and he doesn't always seem to lie too much about, like, things he doesn't really like about people, if that makes sense, or doesn't, like, elaborate. I guess, what is the word? Embellish. He doesn't seem to embellish a lot. Like, if he dislikes somebody, he's gonna say exactly why. So I'm inclined to believe him a bit more here than, like, in his situations where he's lauding somebody. Of course, except for, like, what's her name? Paula.
Molly, I was still talking to Molly when
Nuggies! Hello! Welcome!
when this thing happened.
Oh, did you meet her?
No. She
Liar.
was actually gonna come down to Nashville and see me. She had
Oh,
planned
really?
before I left Maine. She had planned to come down to Nashville to see me.
So you were a player.
And after she got out of high school, before she went into college. So
That would have been a whole ass year later, Lorne. And most people for their senior year are not. At that point, I highly doubt she was 13. 18. Unless she had like a really early birthday in the school year.
but that didn't happen. Which I'm happy that it didn't happen.
Whatever.
Right.
Can you tell that I hate talking about that stuff?
You should.
Well, yeah,
You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's so much of my past that I hate talking about. I really wish I could have done a lot of things different in my past.
Yeah, obviously.
Before the sting too. I wish I would have done a lot of things different before then.
What happened before that?
I had my septic business before then. I idolized my oldest brother and my sister. My
Christ,
sister is
here
the
we
oldest.
go.
But I idolized Ralph and Lori. And even though I knew for a long time that they both used me so they could get what they want, I still idolize them. And I think it's because my childhood affected me in a lot of different ways, because when Dad wasn't there, Dad was never around.
Oh, here we go.
He left Mom with 6 kids when I was 2.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
And-
she raised you guys all alone?
Yeah, for quite a few years. And she met Dale when I was 3, but we didn't move in with Dale until I was 9. And so there was a lot of years there that, it was just Mom and
Okay.
us 6 kids.
I'm gonna just quickly pause this because do you see this clown? This clown just showed up randomly in my apartment in Sims. I have never seen this before. I don't even, I was stunned. I was totally stunned when I saw that clown because I was decorating. I didn't even notice it right away. Like, you can kind of see me putting in like doing stuff upstairs, putting in doors or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. Why is there a random clown just standing in my hallway? I sent it home, of course, but that was a weird moment.
And so I idolized, basically every one of my older siblings at the time.
Don't show
But
that
then
clown
as I got
to
older,
Wes.
My idolizing Ralph and Lori just never went away.
He'll get all scared.
And especially Ralph, because he was my oldest brother and the only father figure that I had
Oh, God.
for a long
Well,
time.
didn't your mom have Dale?
And she had Dale, but Dale didn't come around all the time.
I thought you said you
It
guys
was hard
lived
work.
with
He
him.
lived there.
Yeah, we did when I was 9. We didn't move in with Dale until I
For
was
how
9.
long, though?
Well, Mom met Dale when I was 3. We didn't move in with him until I was 9.
Yeah, you
Dale-
said that. I mean, how long did you live with?
He goes on to say that Dale built a house for all of them, and it's just so funny to me because it's just like, what? How can you say you were raised by Mom when this man built a home for you and all of your siblings that were not his biological children? Like, that's whatever. Maybe he was an asshole, whatever. That's still that's really significant.
Dale?
Well,
Oh yeah,
the age of
exactly,
9,
John.
we'd
He
up
built you a house,
until I
bitch.
graduated high school.
Oh, so you had a father figure.
I did. I had a father figure, but he still.
Oh, well, you made it sound like
He
you were
didn't have-
raised by your mom.
Well, I was raised by my mom,
Oh Christ.
Yeah, and Dale.
Partly Dale.
Oh God.
Well,
Dale-
until you were
Dale
18.
Dale never gave any fatherly affection, and a lot of Dale really didn't teach me a lot of things that he should have taught me.
Like what?
Like anything.
Oh, that. Hold on, I'm going back for that mini syllable. Also, yes, Cookie Whoopie Pie. It's a clown. I have never seen that in Sims 4 before, and I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, let's hear this mini syllable. Y'all ready?
Me a lot of things that he should have taught me.
Like what?
Like anything.
I love that. One more time.
Me a lot of things that he should have taught me.
Like what?
Like anything. As far as the only thing Dale taught me was how to work in the woods. That's basically the only thing Dale taught me. How to work in the woods, how to plant a garden.
Wow.
He didn't take me out and teach me how to do mechanics.
Oh my God.
He didn't have any sex talk with me. I mean, there was literally no
Do mechanics.
not shit for talking about sex in the house. The whole time growing up, there was one porn magazine in the house that was for when Mary Ellen Walton was
Oh,
Dale
this is
liked her.
so
You're cutting
gross.
out again. I know.
One porn magazine shared in the family. Oh, that's such a nasty thought.
What are you
Yuck.
saying?
Oh, this phone.
All I
Hello,
heard was
Tim
porn
darling.
magazine.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Man, it's just the area. When I cut out, it's the area. It's not the phone.
Yeah. Means stupid.
No, means not stupid.
I have servers in California all the time.
Boy, last time in the call that we listened to before, she was quite forgiving in her assessment of Maine and just kind of letting him run his mouth. And now she is like not that nice about it.
Well, yeah, it's because there's so much smog that it.
Those mini syllables. We're gonna go back again. I'm sorry. There are so many in this call.
California all the time.
Well, yeah, it's because there's so much smog that it keeps the signal keeps bouncing off the smog.
Bouncing off the edge. Bouncing off the edge. Idiot.
What I was saying was,
I
there
think
was
he
only
meant
one
that as a
porn
joke, but it
magazine
still
in the
sounds like an
house
idiot.
The whole time that I was growing up, and that wasn't until I was like 15. That was a Mary Ellen Walton. Dale liked her, but that was
You're
only
doing
in the
it
house
again.
for
I
a short.
can't hear you.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it back outside. See if it does any better. It's supposed to be cold tonight, so that might be
It's supposed to be
why it's
13
interrupting
degrees.
the signal. All right, how's that?
I don't know. Continue talking and I'll let you know.
All right. That porn magazine that was in the house wasn't in the house for very long. So there was
Probably because it got all
Literally no talking.
nasty.
about sex in the house or when I was around there. When I left, I don't know. So when I leave the
No,
house,
you-
I don't know what they talk about. So Mom and Dale didn't even sleep in the same.
Okay, continue.
Mom and Dale didn't even sleep in the same bed when, well, I think since I was like 14, I think.
Why
They
not?
both would snore.
Wow.
Okay.
Dale built a big house for all of us kids to
There it
be able to
is.
fit in.
There it is.
Oh,
So,
Ralph and Lori and Roy and Paul and Richard and me. And
That is amazing. Like that is really, again, he might have been really mean, maybe verbally abusive, whatever, but that is a feat. 6 kids and y'all lived comfortably in a big house. People are not easily afforded that, Lorne. You know what I mean? Especially in huge families, that can be really difficult. Even with people who have a lot of money, that can be really difficult. And he's just so entitled. It's disgusting. Like, of course the guy who wasn't my father figure built us a big old house. Of course. Like, fuck off.
well, Ralph and Lori had graduated and left high school. Ralph went in the Air Force, and Lori married the guy that was going in the Air Force. So they were gone. And Roy and Paul wound up going out to California with my uncles.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was just me and Richard left at the house. So Dale took 2 rooms and turned it into 1 room, and he moved down that room, and so that he would be far away from Mom.
Yikes.
Because she was at the other end.
That's
Hold
not
on.
a
And I was
good
right in the
thing.
middle.
You didn't have a father figure because there was one porn magazine in the house and not like several. Not understanding.
No, you're not understanding that. It was a father figure to an extent.
His side.
He taught me how to work in the woods. He taught me how to play in the garden.
Yeah.
He didn't teach me a bunch of stuff.
Okay, but what's with the porn magazine?
Apparently,
what I'm
I didn't have a
asking
father
you.
figure.
There
having
wasn't
2
much
dads.
sex talk in the house. That's what I was trying to say. There wasn't much sex
I never had
anything.
porn laying around the house either.
There wasn't much sex anything in the house. I mean,
Good.
they didn't talk about
That's good.
they didn't talk about sex. It wasn't. Yeah, it is good, but when you go without learning it, you don't. You know, when you have parents that don't sit you down and tell you about it, when you go to have sex for the first time,
Mhm.
it's like you're completely clueless.
Well, yeah.
Well, no shit.
When I was 19 when I lost my virginity to a 29-year-old.
Now that's not okay.
Yeah,
That's
she
not
had
okay.
3 kids.
That's nice.
When I was 18, I had a fling with a 28-year-old. And like now, I'm 28 now. And the thought of that just creeps me out so much. Also, like I was so like emotionally abusive. It was unreal. And it's just like, that's creepy. If we're going to believe Lorne, that's creepy of that woman to have done that, in my opinion. Also, I think he explained that he was her babysitter too. It just seemed that's just so wrong.
Well,
to
she
me.
was nice. She was a nice person, but I was so naive back then, and
Kind of gross.
huh?
Very gross.
That's kind of gross.
Very gross.
Why is that kind of gross?
He was 29.
Yeah,
He's
she
too
was
old.
29. She was hot.
Oh my god.
That's what I was looking at. She was hot. I was 19. She was hot.
So what happened? You had sex with her and you just had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah, I really didn't have much of a clue to what I was doing.
And your parents never taught you how.
No, they never had sex talk with me at all. It was actually my brother-in-law that my sister married. I only have one sister. So I've got a bunch of half-sisters I don't know
Oh,
about.
thanks, guys.
I've only got one full-blood sister. So my brother-in-law was actually...
It was a time. It was a time. But I'm all right. I hope he's doing horribly. So.
the one that sat me down when I was 17 and had a sex talk with me.
What's the sex talk?
Just telling about the female anatomy and
Like
the male
how
anatomy and of the user made and and what happens when the seed and
You didn't know how babies were made till you were 19?
I knew how babies were made.
Yeah, that dude was a dick.
So what's the
But
sex
it's
talk? Give it to
well,
me.
just
Pretend I'm a virgin.
oh
Oh.
God.
All right, that's the end of that video.
What's the sex talk?
Now we're on to 44. And then this is about 13 minutes, and that'll be it for me once this is done.
Just telling about the female anatomy and
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
the
Like
male
how
anatomy and
I really appreciate
of
your,
the user made,
your
and
support. Thank you.
and what happens when the seed and
You didn't know how babies were made till you were 19?
I knew how babies were made.
So what's the
But
sex
it's
talk?
like,
Oh,
Give it to
I
me.
love her.
Pretend I'm a virgin.
oh God.
Oh yeah, he's turned on by that.
He told me
That's what
about
that laugh was.
the female anatomy. He taught me about
Give it
female
to me
anatomy.
like you're telling me.
About 13 minutes.
I am not
Like you're
going
sitting
to do
down
that.
Giving me the sex talk. Let's hear it.
It's embarrassing for me.
Why? Because you don't
Let's
know.
do it. Get it over
Hello.
with then.
Because you'll sound like a
Hello?
fucking
It's
dumbass.
embarrassing. It's
and a
embarrassing for
virgin?
me.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Oh, she's so
no, you
supportive
don't
now.
mind because it's not you that's giving it. Of course
So
you
tell
don't
me
mind.
about it.
Why do you want me to give you the sex talk?
Want to hear the sex talk?
Why?
I've never heard it from a guy's perspective. I'm curious.
Casey,
All right, go ahead.
I don't feel comfortable.
That sucks.
Well, come in. I'll give you the sex talk.
Ugh.
No, just give it to me now.
Ugh.
No, I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, that sounds so creepy. Come
Okay.
here.
Whatever, fine.
Oh, I did not like that.
Did you
Blech.
say bye?
I said, whatever, fine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hey, voice to voice. Welcome.
I get really shy on some stuff now, and it's because of the crap that they did with that Church of God bullshit.
God.
Mhm.
There are some things that don't
Right,
feel
because it's
comfortable.
our fault.
Makes me
Everything's
feel
our
uncomfortable.
fault. He's the perpetual victim.
Well, I was just trying to have fun. All right.
Well, I know, but if you're right here face to face with me, then I'd be fine. But
Damn, CC. That's
I hate what they did.
oh, gross.
it affected me quite a bit. And it sucks because I want to be able to talk to you right out straight and about everything, and not have moments like this where I feel like that.
Yeah. So you don't trust me, is what you're saying, basically.
I trust you. It's just
It's just like when we got mad when I was in the car.
It's just that I've been through this whole same thing before, and the same questions, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Okay.
This beat is nice.
I know you probably don't understand,
I
but
like this beat.
why would you want me to give you the sex talk anyway?
Because I thought it'd be funny.
Because
I
it'd be
wanna hear
hilarious to listen to this pedo version try and
No,
explain it.
When you come see me, I'll give it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
again, that's so creepy.
I want it right now. Funny, like in the moment, you know? Now the moment's
we'll
gone.
find the moment.
You ruined
We'll
it.
find the moment.
Moment's gone.
Well, we'll find the
Nope.
moment when you're here.
No,
No
nope.
thanks.
We'll find the moment. We'll find the moment when you're here.
Yuck.
No, moment's gone. Bye, moment.
Yuck.
Gone now.
We'll find the moment when you're here. I really wish
God,
I,
it's just repeating it over and over and over again.
I really wish I could get you to understand.
This is textbook not enthusiastic consent and saying no repeatedly. Like,
How I feel about
Jesus.
Right, because you've been catfished, and I'm a catfish, apparently.
I didn't say that.
I just love that he
Why?
doesn't want to talk about it with like a grown-ass woman, but he's perfectly fine to do it with Kayla. Like in that chat, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, you know about sex stuff? And he's okay to teach it to somebody completely innocent who really would have no knowledge because he barely has any, so he could, make it work for him, I guess. But she's an adult woman who's definitely had relations, and he doesn't want to explain it to her because it's just not very thrilling for him.
I get really
And
uncomfortable
he'd be embarrassed.
with questions like that. It's
Okay, then
I
don't
know
get
it's
into
an
sex
excuse.
talk. That gotta be fun.
well, it would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Just talking.
Oh yeah, exactly, Pussy Destroyer. There you
I'll
go.
give you the sex talk you know right
Yep.
now.
Okay.
Oh God. Jesus.
I'm getting caught up watching my
I get so
own
shy
build.
with shit like that.
Get shy?
That's funny.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know the etymology we're going to be looking up after this.
You never had much talk about sex in your house growing up?
No, I learned in school. We had like sex ed.
Yo, sex ed is such a joke. Or at
We
least
didn't-
where I was. It was just all like, like fertilization,
Shy
and
about
then
bringing it into
here are
school.
all of the
They talked about
STDs.
it. They wound up not bringing it
Everyone's
in.
just shy. Everyone's uncomfortable and ain't talking about it.
Well, they were. It was a big topic of whether or not to bring sex ed into the school.
Oh.
God.
That's why May sucks.
Some ridiculous conservative
no.
bullshit.
There weren't too many states in the states that had it. And sex ed
Everyone's a
in school.
baby. Can't talk about sex.
Exactly, Casey.
There wasn't too many states that did have sex ed in school then.
Okay.
In the whole United States.
All right.
They were worried.
What?
Okay.
They were worried about what kids would do.
Mm-hmm.
They were concerned that kids would go out and
Yeah.
have more sex
Right.
and wind up with more pregnant teenagers.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Why does he... Wait, hold on. That was just funny how he... Majors. That was just funny how he said that.
That's why they want to
Yeah.
have more sex
Right.
and wind up with more pregnant teenagers.
Why
Okay.
did he say it? Oh, I misheard it. He said pregnant teenagers, but the way he said it sounds so goofy. Pregnant teenagers.
That's what they want.
Like he sounds excited about
Oh
it.
shit. What about in New Jersey? They didn't have any fear of teenage girls becoming pregnant.
Fear?
No, we learned it in school.
Also, with proper education, they'll teach you to use protection. Idiot.
Yeah,
So they taught us that in sex ed. Sex ed's not like
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Eelberg says, my sex ed teacher said every day, if you don't want to have kids, don't have sex. And we all found out about condoms and didn't know how to use them. And 4 girls got pregnant. Exactly. That's why education is important. It's not going to prevent people from doing things. It's that if they do choose to have sex at a young age, then they'll be smart about it. Like, I don't understand how that is. No, I don't get how that's controversial. People are just dumb.
they don't like tell you how to have sex. They tell you how to have safe sex.
Exactly, Casey.
exactly. So
Right.
that wouldn't bring up the thought of, okay, now we know how to have safe sex, so we can have more sex
Safely.
safely and still become pregnant.
Yeah. Not if you're safe.
Yes, exactly.
Condoms are not 100%,
Yeah, they're like 99%.
Oh, God.
but that's not 100.
Well,
There's always that
ain't nothing's
1%.
100.
I mean,
That's right.
they put that in there as, like, I would assume as some sort of, like, legal thing of, like, oh, you can't you can't punish the company because you got pregnant because it's, you know, 99.999% effective or whatever. Oh, also here is the footage of what the house looks like from the perspective of the sim. So y'all can see the decorations.
Alright. I'll just...
It's edited too because it was kind of choppy on my last video when I was showing y'all. So I decided to just cut out the parts where I go out of the first person perspective.
to never have sex again.
Well, no, don't go that far.
I don't go that far.
So
I don't want to be unsafe.
This is the bedroom. Now, there's this sign outside the window. And Mr. Guru noticed that it kind of looks like oh shoot, it kind of looks like Chopper from One Piece, and I just love that.
Well, I'll get a vasectomy then. Then you don't have to worry about it. What, you don't want me to get a vasectomy?
They told you what, Cybersqueak? Oh my god, they told us it was like a squirt gun and married was like fireworks. That is insane.
What's that?
That's wild. So here's the living room area.
You can't have
What?
kids.
What does that mean?
Tubes inside of him.
Tubes.
Really small tubes inside of his nutsack. Huh?
Dr.
Okay,
Lorne.
You ever heard of a vasectomy?
I can't believe this is the guy that treated Jamie Amy.
Snip tubes?
Yeah, you snip the tubes.
I'm sorry.
You really never heard of it?
Are you getting uncomfortable? Should
Snip snap, snip snap, snip snap.
we stop?
Oh, well, no, I'm fine. Smart ass. You've really never heard of a vasectomy before?
Here is the exterior.
No, I said no, I haven't.
There's one of my cats.
Where a guy gets his tube snipped in his nutsack?
Oh my god.
No,
Stop
I didn't
saying
know that's what it
nutsack.
was.
And Paul got one, my brother. He wanted to make sure he never had any more kids. He had two.
Cool.
He said he thought, well, they thought they were going to have another one. Then his wife wound up not being pregnant. It was just a false alarm. Paul got his vasectomy
You
done.
get it
Also, that's the end of the video for the apartment. I hope y'all liked it. Let me know what you think.
done after you think she's pregnant. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
Yeah, it does. But you know, if you get it done after you have the last kid that you want, then you don't have to worry about having any more kids.
How do you have kids?
He's sneaky. Oh, so sneaky. Guy sticks the penis in the vagina.
That's it. Just put it in there.
That's it. Throws it in there. Like he said about the doctor. He's just gonna throw it. Throw his horse dick in your pussy.
I feel uncomfortable. I really do.
All right, then stop. Jesus.
If only you were here, I'd be falling.
Yuck. Nope. Nope.
I'd still get red in the face, but
Thank you, Squeak. And CC, appreciate it. I know, Eel. One of my
not like, did I get uncomfortable with it?
dream jobs would be to be an interior designer. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Do you not like, did I get uncomfortable with it?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude.
Hello?
Hello.
There you are. Alright.
I can hear you. I'm just
No.
sitting here.
Do you not like, did I get uncomfortable with it?
He can have phone sex,
Right.
no problem. But he can't
Casey, I don't want to be uncomfortable with it, talking about it with you.
Oh my god.
Hey,
It's just really difficult for me over the phone.
that's what you said.
That's what I said, but did you understand it?
Hmm.
What?
I'd love to have phone sex with you, but even that would be difficult.
Well, I'm not asking for that. I just wanted the sex talk.
No, I know, but
Hi, Lorne's burn phone.
the whole thing is difficult for me right now.
I'm actually about to wrap up soon.
Okay.
Sorry.
It sucks. It really sucks.
Oh my god. Again, he's the victim of it.
As far as like I used to be, I just blur it right out and not have a problem.
Like it I feel conflicted, right? Because this is kind of progress, right? Like he's not so willing to just talk to anybody on the phone about sex and be a creep, but it's also like the growth is like it's not actually growth because he's finding a way to make himself a victim. Like, oh, these people have treated me so bad and they've recorded me and put it on the internet, so I can't do this anymore. Poor me. You know what I mean? Yeah, John, I like how he claimed to be horrified by kitty porn Xavier sent him. Yeah, no, he was not terrified at all. I mean, there probably was a moment of like, he might have thought it was thrilling, you know what I mean? But he didn't actually, he wasn't disgusted.
Did I tell you that Jamie called me today?
All right, y'all, that is the end of episode 44. Leaving it on a bit of a cliffhanger. So now that we, listen to that, I think the etymology, or I want to look up the etymology of shy, since he's such a shy boy. Let's look this up. I'm gonna say an etymology is like the history of a word and its usage. So let's just stop etymology. So shy, adjective, meaning easily startled or timid. It also can mean tending to avoid contact or familiarity with others, like retiring or reserved. And third definition is characterized by reserve or diffidence. So the etymology of shy, it comes from Middle English shy, spelled S-H-E-I, I would say, I pronounce it shy, meaning easily frightened or startled, which comes from the Old English word sheo. I don't know how to say that. It's S-C-E-O-H, meaning timid or easily startled. This comes from the Proto-Germanic Skeuchwas. I don't even know. I don't know how to say that. S-K-E-U-K-H-W-A-Z. Skeuchwas, meaning afraid. It's also from the Middle Low German Schuva, which also means to be shy. And then the Old High German Schuhen or Schurchen, meaning to be scared away. The cognates, so similar words outside of German, are uncertain, and except for possibly the Old Church Slavic shushti, meaning to hunt or incite, and the Italian word scivare, meaning to avoid, and then the Old French enchiver, meaning to stun. And those are all Germanic loanwords. So it has a couple of words that are related, and it seems to come from a Germanic source. Proto-Germanic means that it's like a reconstructed old language. There's kind of a lot more that goes into it, but it also has a meaning of shrinking from contact with others and a difficulty to approach because of timidity. And this kind of was adopted in English by the 16th or the 17th century. And the meaning lacking or short of comes from the 1895 American English gambling slang. That's kind of cool. So to be shy in gambling is to be lacking or short of. It was then added as a compound to mean gun shy, and that first was recorded in 1849. That's super interesting. Wow. So it's not only is it a super duper old word, but I mean, it's kind of neat that gun shy comes specifically from 1849. Interesting. All right. I hope y'all have fun. Thank you for coming out. Sheepish, maybe that too, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look up that another time. Or I use the website Online Etymology Dictionary. The website title is Etymonline. It's a really great site. I've said this before. I know the person who runs it. And he's, even though he's an asshole, he knows what he's doing. He's like the guy who understands and knows etymology. He's literally writing a book on the etymology of fuck, and it turns out it's quite extensive, which is kind of neat. But hey Donde, I am about to end. Sorry. But yeah, anyway, I hope all of you have beautiful, fabulous days. Anybody that is also going through this snowstorm, stay safe. Should be snowing here in a couple of minutes. They said it started at 3 o'clock. But yeah, okay. Have a beautiful night or day. Bye.
I wanna ask you, do you ever sit and wonder it's so strange we could be together for so long and never know, never care what goes on in the other one's head? Things I felt but I never said. You said things that I never said, so I'll say something that I should have said long ago.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all. You could have just propped me up on the table like a mannequin, or on cardboard stand up and paint me the face that you wanted me to be. See, we're damned by the existential moment where we saw the couple in the coma, and it was we were the cliche, but we carried on anyway. So sure, I could just close my eyes. Yeah, sure, trace and memorize, but you go back once you know.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. If I'm the person that you think I am, clueless, chumpy, seem to think I am, so easily led astray, an errant dog who occasionally escapes and needs a shorter leash. Then why the fuck would you want me back? Maybe it's because
You don't know me at all. You don't know me. You don't know me.
so what I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to tell you is not gonna come out like I wanna say it, 'cause I know you'll only change it.
Say it. You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
You don't know me.
You don't know me at all.